Hello, my fellow Protos. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and I want to thank you personally for spending a little bit of that day with me. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell notification to keep up with all my future content. Now, enjoy the video! Hey guys, how's it going? Today's video, we are going to be talking about what exactly are you supposed to do whenever you get a new hero, or any hero that you feel like you haven't spent enough time with or leveled up enough. We are going to go over just kind of the what to do to make your heroes stronger, and then of course the most important part is doing a chaos run and really amplifying whatever character strength that you want to get going, because there's so many variations of cards that can make you stronger. So if you did watch our last video, we did do a summoning video where we got a couple copies of things, but we also got a new 5-star unit, and his name is Kayron. He's a pretty decent damage dealer from Void from what I've heard around the community, but I have never played him. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is just kind of familiarize yourself with the character. So of course there's his splash art. He looks very nice. You'll take a look at his cards, eliminations. Then of course he has his own heal as everybody else does. Then he has this card here, Echo of Futility. Looks like he's another kind of create things, kind of like Renoa. Teresa has this a little bit, I think. And he creates these futility cards. So that kind of seems to be his shtick. And that's where he's going to do the majority of his damage. Brand of Annihilation, this looks pretty cool. Looks like when any card is exhausted, this can go down by 1. When you use these futility cards, they exhaust. So that's going to essentially get this down to probably 0. Oh, it's only for 1 turn, so at least you can get it down to a 1-cost card eventually. Black Hole here, 240% damage plus 40% to the futility. Like we said before, that's kind of a shtick. Upgrade, when creating the futility, it changes to an attack card with 80% damage and healing, cost 1. So that's pretty cool that he can heal and do damage at the same time. I don't think there's any other unit in the game that can do that, but I don't have them all yet, so I'm not sure. And then we have Echoes of True Abyss, 240% damage, create 3 futility cards, plus 40% damage amount for each. So very nice. He kind of creates, looks like these futilities, and then that's kind of his shtick. So we'll play him a little bit later, see what happens there, but that's what we're doing for now. So the next thing you're going to want to do is assign them a partner. Generally speaking, you're going to want to assign them from a psionic, since that is what his class is. You'll want to do the strongest partner that you have. Right now, Teresa's utilizing our Elois, I think? Elois? I don't know. But we're going to swap it over, and that's okay. We're going to let Kayron have that, just because he's a little bit stronger, and he is a 5-cost unit instead of a 4-cost. So that's what we'll do that. Save data, we'll talk about later. That'll be after you do a chaos run. Each time you do a run, it saves what you do. That way you can have specific decks for specific things. The next node here that's really important is going to be your potential. You're going to want to try to light all of these things up as quickly as you can. You can just farm out all of these resources that it costs to get to the next place. But essentially the most important ones are going to be the first one. This second one here is going to help you. This is only upgradable once. It's going to help a specific card type. Looks like these are going to be his elimination and salvation cards. And then they create a futility card, looks like, increase plus 50%. So that's good. And then this top one here is going to be your basic card proficiency. And then this other top one is either some sort of like unique. Looks like this is a stat upgrade, so that's cool. And then it upgrades other stuff. This is different, obviously, on each hero, but all of the other nodes are basically the same. So one's going to increase damage and healing or shielding by basic cards. Another one's going to do common cards. And then the next one's going to do unique cards. So really filling out this bottom half of the tree is going to be how you're going to make your character really strong. And then once you get to late game, you're going to want to fill out the upper part of the tree. Okay. Next, really important part for strength is going to be memory fragments. Memory fragments are super, super duper important. What you would want to do with him, my guess is you probably want to run the attack. So it's going to be Blackwing, and then you're going to want to run Offering of the Void with him. That's probably going to be what's best on him. I'm not too certain of that. I'd have to play with him a little bit more to see, but my guess is the more attack he has, the better it's going to be, and then the more void damage that he does, and increasing the damage amounts of all the stuff that he creates, that's going to be helpful. Hey everyone, just wanted to take a brief break from the video to tell you about our partners at W Energy. We are super excited to have them as part of the channel and the Twitch stream. It is one of the best energy drink companies that I've been able to find, and it can replace all other inferior caffeine beverages. So if you're looking for a healthy, natural source of caffeine, go grab yourself a tub. I got mine right here. And I do use this product almost every single day. I think you should too, especially if you're looking for a source of energy or you feel yourself losing concentration. Go grab yourself a tub and try it out for yourself. You're not going to have any jitters. There's not going to be a crash out for you. Like I said, I use this product every single day. So please go to the link in the description below. Use code ND5410 for 10% off any purchase in the store. Now, back to the video. So we'll go through and we'll just kind of equip as much of that set as we can at the present moment without taking away from Renoa, who already has that set, right? So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to just kind of set him up with that 4 cost set and then getting the attack set as well in there. So nice. We actually have a couple of these, which is not bad at all. So we'll equip these rather quickly. We need another little amulet thing. Looks like Barrel has one for some reason, so let's get that over to our boy Kayron instead. Alright, now we want that attack buffer, so we'll find that really quick. There we go, Blackwing equip, and another Blackwing equip. Okay, so that is going to be our set with him. So we're going to increase our attack, and then we're going to increase our, the amount of damage that we do with void cards specifically, since he's a void unit. That's generally how you want to set stuff up. Then of course each of these, this is why this gets to be so expensive. Each of these here are unique. For the most part, right? You get specific unlocks upon upgrading, but the things that you get along with them, usually 1, 2, 3 is going to be attack, defense, health, and then 4, 5, and 6 is going to be either some sort of like increased damage, or like this one's defense percent or critical damage. Now you can go over here and you can craft specific things. When you do that, you utilize specific stats where you can change the option settings, okay? So like if you wanted more attack percentage, as long as you have one of these guys, you can go ahead and equip that, and then when you craft this next item that you can utilize with these guys, then you will be able to have a more customized set towards what exactly each character wants to do whenever they are going through the chaos. Okay, then of course the last thing that just makes your character strong is going to be getting multiple copies of them. The goal is to get 7 copies of each character. As you can see, through each node you unlock something different that's unique to each character. So that is how you get all of your characters stronger. So we're going to go through a little bit of the things just so you can kind of see step by step what it takes, the specific things that you need to farm, where you have to go to farm those things, and then how to level up your character. So he's a psionic and a void unit. So what we're going to want to make sure that we have is enough things for that. So we already probably do not have enough resources to be able to level him up as high as we want to, but we're going to get as far as we can, and then I'll tell you where to farm specific things. So we're going to just obtain through dismantling here, since we have enough resources to do that. And it gets him to level 20, and of course it's pretty cheap at first to get through the first few levels. Really it's only expensive from 40 to 50 and 50 to 60 on each hero is going to be probably the most expensive portion there. So we'll get up to level 30 here. We should be able to get up to level 40 pretty easily. And again, these are, I'll show you where to farm these if you run out. But we do have plenty of them. We don't have very many psionic units, so we haven't quite leveled them up very much. So we'll get them to level 40, and then just like I said, we're going to run out of resources, but it's okay. So we'll promote him one more time. We'll get him up to the max possible level of 50, and unfortunately for us, we're going to have to stop right there. We could use the rest of this to get him to level 41 and then some, but we won't worry about that until we have to farm for later, okay? So whenever you level people up, it does give you in-game rewards and in-game currencies, which is great. Get a little bit currency back, and then you can summon a little bit as well. So now that we've done all of that, we are going to go into the potential. Since we promoted him, we're going to activate each of the different rings so that we can be stronger. So we're going to do our basic cards, and we're going to do our common cards. And remember, this one is really important. It's always unique to the character. So this one is based on the effect of creating futility cards. And elimination and salvation cards gain that effect, which is very nice and probably super helpful to his kit. Then we'll just do a unique card upgrade just once. I'm not going to mess with the late game stuff too much yet, and we're just going to kind of hold everything at 1 for now. You can max these out if you'd like. However, when you get multiple characters copies, more often than not, they will see how this one says increase the level of basic card by 3, and then I think the other time is after, oh, it's only 3. That's cool because it's 5 costs. So what I would recommend doing is instead of maxing everything out, you can leave it 3 away. That way you utilize all of your, you basically can max out without spending to 10, right? So if we went back to our potential, we would just want to get each of these to 7, and then when you get enough copies of him, that'll complete it up to 10, and then you won't be wasting resources that you could be using up here, right? Okay, so remember, like I said, we ran out of the stuff that we needed, so where do we have to go to get the stuff that we need to make our people stronger? Well, that's going to be in simulation right here. So in simulation, the things that you're going to want to look at is for leveling up, you're going to want to go to combatant level up materials underneath growth, and then that's going to get you the experience that you need for premium and for advanced battle memories. Then it'll also give you some experience. So we won't do a fight, but this is where you go for that. In addition, here's where you get the level up materials for promotions. This is for all of your combatants. This one goes by type, so he was a psionic unit. So if we ran out of that stuff for promotions, this is where we would go to fight and to get those resources. And then lastly, where we just were was the potential nodes, and what we would want to do is go to void for his stuff, and then we would want to run a few void things to get his potential up a little bit higher. We will not be doing any of that. And then of course you're always farming for memory fragments, but whenever you do a chaos run, you do get memory fragments. So you could still farm for them that way, and you can craft them. So there's 3 ways. You have here for memory fragments, then you have whenever you are going through a chaos run, they will give these as rewards usually at the end, and then of course you can craft it in the crafting material section that we showcased earlier. So that is kind of a comprehensive guide of how to get stronger. And I think that should help any new players whenever you're receiving your first 5-star, you kind of what to do, where to go, and how to accomplish it. So we are going to do a chaos run with him. It's not going to be in this video, but we will showcase him in the next video. We're going to go ahead and do that chaos manifestation in the City of Mist so that he has a little bit of an advantage, and we will rock and roll with that video in the next one. But this is kind of your comprehensive guide as to how to make your character stronger and what to do. So hopefully that helps. If it does, leave a comment below. If you have any requests for me, or if I got anything wrong, I'm always open to any constructive feedback that you have. But definitely reach out to me and comment on the videos. Helps out the algorithm a lot. Well, that's going to be it for this one, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. Hey everyone, I hope you enjoyed the video. As always, drop a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to hit that bell if you'd like to see more videos like this one. I will be dropping more content as often as possible, so stay tuned, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Proto Serendipity signing off. Peace!